is live. Kanye's explosive TMZ Live interview.
When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice.
And Van Lathan from TMZ Live is here.
I am unbelievably hurt by the fact that you have morphed into something, to me, that's not real.
Plus, from Hollywood medium, Tyler Henry is here.
This is like the Oracle right here.
The Real starts now.
This is our
some live girl chat. Are you guys ready?
There's so much to talk about.
Yes, so much to talk about. Don't forget to head over to the Real Daytime's Instagram page and use the hashtag GirlChatLive to join in on the conversation. First up, if you think people were mad at Kanye West for wearing that Donald Trump hat, you ain't seen nothing yet. Kanye, who's been making headlines lately for tweeting his thoughts 24/7, decided to stop by TMZ Live yesterday for an in-depth sit-down interview. And people aren't exactly pleased with one specific claim he made on the show. Take a look.
When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all? You know, like, it's like we're mentally in prison. I like the word prison because slavery goes too direct to the idea of blacks. It's like slavery, Holocaust Jews, slavery is blacks. So prison is something that unites us as one race, blacks and whites being one race. That we're the human race.
Well, Kanye's opinions didn't sit well with many people, especially TMZ producer Van Lathan, who confronted Kanye in the newsroom immediately after his remarks. Take a look.
Do you feel that I'm being free and I'm thinking free?
I actually don't think you're thinking anything. I think what you're doing right now is actually the absence of thought. And the reason why I feel like that
is because Kanye, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to believe whatever you want. But there is fact and real world, real life consequence behind everything that you just said. And while you are making music and being an artist and living the life that you've earned by being a genius, the rest of us in society have to deal with these threats to our lives. We have to deal with the marginalization that has come from the 400 years of slavery that you said for our people was a choice. Frankly, I'm disappointed, I'm appalled, and brother, I am unbelievably hurt by the fact that you have morphed into something, to me, that's not real.
Well, Van received support from so many people who praised him for, quote, schooling Kanye and giving him a much-needed history lesson. So what was it like to stand up to Kanye West? Why don't we ask Van? Van, are you there?
Well, Van, I'm a fan.
Okay. Van is a fan. Yes, you're a fan. Van, thank you so much for joining us today. People everywhere are applauding what you had to say to Kanye yesterday. What made you decide to speak up?
He was speaking to us. Like typically when people come in and do interviews on TMZ Live, they talk with Harvey and Charles, and they're up on the stage and you can chime in if you want. He decided that he was going to turn around and address the room directly. And when he addressed the room directly, he asked for critiques of his opinions. And one opinion that he had was woefully inaccurate and dangerous. And I just thought it was incumbent upon me to let him know that.
Now, Van, I am so glad you did. At one point,
You guys were arguing. You were arguing with Kanye, and then he told you to stop screaming because it, quote, makes us look crazy. What went through your mind when he said that?
That's what you think makes you look crazy? No.
For real.
No, what went through my mind is look crazy in front of home. Whenever I talk to people about, you're embarrassing black people, you setting black people back, you're doing these things, whenever someone comes in front of who? Who are we trying to look pristine in front of? What standard are we attempting to meet? The standard that we should be attempting to meet is the standard of our ideas and our values, and that's our standard.
Yeah.
So, if we gotta scream a little bit right now, then we gotta scream a little bit, and everybody else gonna hear us scream.
Exactly.
Wow. Well, last night, Kanye sent out a series of tweets clarifying his comments, saying in part, "To make myself clear, of course I know that slaves did not get shackled and put on a boat by free will. My point is for us to have stayed in that position, even though the numbers were on our side, means that we were mentally enslaved." So, Van, does that at all change how you feel?
Absolutely not. And the reason it doesn't is because of two things. Number one, slavery was a multi-front war that was fought against people of color. It involved the ripping apart of families. It involved actual physical shackles. It involved all different types of things. And you can't sum it up by any one thing. And there are history books out there that everyone can be free to read or is free to read on the atrocities of slavery. When you start breaking it down by choice, that is doing a disservice to the survivors that my ancestors were, who endured all of those terrible things. And I could be on the real talking to you ladies right now. And whatever happens going forward, those people will be respected and revered.
You are so well spoken.
You really
are.
When I watch the clip, I have to tell you, especially because maybe the environment that you work in, you would assume that you would go for the headlines, go for something super dramatic, but the way you handled it and the words and the choices, the choice you made to use the words that you did is a great example of how we should all treat each other today and when we disrespect or when we disagree with each other.
And Van,
I commend you for that.
This
That was
is
so
the thing.
good.
Remember, we always say on this show, Van, that we think that all people, we need to have diversity, especially in our newsrooms. We need to have a Jamal the intern. That's our
what she
running
always
joke.
calls it.
You were my Jamal the intern yesterday, bro.
Yes.
You was it.
Now, Van, TMZ is reporting that Kanye, he might have trouble regulating his meds based on what you saw yesterday. Do you think Kanye is stable right now?
Listen, I'm not a doctor.
Right.
I don't know. I know that the stream of consciousness rant that we witnessed from Kanye West yesterday is consistent with the Kanye West that we've always known. He's always sort of been that guy. Obviously, in the last years, we've covered it here at TMZ. He's had some mental issues, and I'm not sure whether or not he was having them then. But what I do know is it really doesn't matter to me. It matters to me as far as how he's doing, and I would want anybody to be doing well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Kanye West has such reach and such power that his words matter and they resonate with people.
Yes.
And because of that, we have to make sure that those words are sensical and that they're landing in the right spots. It's not about calling him out. Don't want to call anybody out. It's about calling them in and letting the brother know when he's off his square.
I want you to be my friend, Van. Let's be friends. Let's hang out.
Van, you are such a good soul.
Good guy,
Seriously. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today.
No problem. I appreciate the time, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, Van.
Bye. Make sure to watch Van on TMZ and TMZ Live every day. Check your local listings for when it's on in your area. Wow, ladies, this is definitely a lot to take in.
Yeah.
What did you think when you first heard Kanye's comments?
Well, going back to what Van just said, you don't know if he's still on anything, but I'm just like, is it still in his system? Like, he could have just had some water maybe just to like clear it all out, because it seemed like it was hard to follow his thread of speech, But I will say this. Amidst everything he said and the hurtful words that we can't remove, what I did catch on to is that Kanye cares. He cares almost too much about what people think about him. And before he made that comment, he was going into, you guys make fun of me. You guys make fun and call me fat. You guys are the reason why Rob didn't go to the wedding. Like, the things he thought about traumatized him and made him go to the point of admitting as a rapper that he got lipo. is rapper and lipo even in the same sentence? Like, I didn't think people do that. You know what I'm saying? I feel for him, though, and I feel for him now because I see that he just overly cares about what people think. And then, when Van was hurt and stood up to him, what we didn't show in the clip is that he went to Van and he said, I'm sorry for hurting you. I'm sorry. And so I think that it's one of those situations where when you care so much about what people think, we talk about it here all the time, that the comments can hit us and it gets you. But imagine the amount that he gets and the pressures that he's dealing with. I just really hope you get better, Kanye. I really, really hope, because I look up to you and I want to see you do better and I respect your music. I don't want to see you go down. That's all.
Okay.
I watched the whole thing, and I'm a huge Kanye West fan. So many of us love his music, and it was heartbreaking for me. I have to be honest. I felt scared watching it. I felt sad. I wasn't sure where the conversation. It was kind of all over the place, and that's scary. And I literally was like, you think of his family, you think of his children, you like. I felt sad, and I don't know how to even, do you know what I'm saying? Even in the moment when he was saying, you guys called me fat. And in that moment, I just heard what he had said prior to that, which was 400 years of slavery. And even with the comment of being enslaved in your mind, you're not in shackles. You weren't brought from somewhere else in a boat. And you were enslaved in your mind. So imagine those people.
Well,
you know
everybody wants the Monday quarterback slavery. Slavery was real, just like the Holocaust is real, and it's dangerous, the conversation that he was having. That's why it's important for us to talk about it, because this is what happens when you don't have history lessons in school, when you don't teach social studies correctly. You have people like him trying to spread misinformation. I am so happy that Van spoke up and that there was somebody there to actually, you know, kind of reel him back in. There is some psychosis, I believe, that's happening with him. You can tell. I deal with mental illness in my family. I deal with drug use. I grew up with around, and I'm not saying he is this, but I've grown up around drug users and mentally ill people. And there's something going on with him in my mind, okay? Yeah. I want him to get help, but also, as we get help, we have to be able to speak out and the things that he's misinforming people about, because the bottom line is, here's a lot of things that he was saying. One thing I do think he has an issue with Barack Obama, because Barack Obama called him a jackass because what he did with Taylor Swift. And ever since then, he's had this vendetta against Barack Obama, and he's upset because, you know, of that. Then it's the whole, you know, he's trying to sell an album. Well, you don't get people to buy your albums by discrediting your own people, okay? It's not gonna work.
I actually agree with Adrian. I know, I agree with you. When I was watching it, I actually had to, like, turn it off. Because one, I was just confused. Like, he was just, you know, going spewing all over the place. I really couldn't connect his thoughts and really get what he was truly trying to say. So it literally made me sad. And
so sad.
Like you said, Jeannie, you can hear that he's a very sensitive soul, and he cares too much about what other people think. He's coming off as, you know, I'm this free thought, strong individual, but at the same time, and I mean this with the utmost respect, I see a person who's weak, who's weak in the mind. And actually, Cardi B was talking about this, you know, when she receives a lot of negative comments. She wants to protect herself from becoming insane. Yeah. You know, you can care too much, and you can let the public define you so much that you actually end up losing who you are. Yes. And that's what I kind of see what's going on. He's trying to please this, he's trying to please that person, and I immediately thought of his family, his kids. One day they're gonna have to see this. And another thing is, where are the people that love him? Because I know that if that was my husband, you know that cane that you see on the Apollo? I would be like, come on, baby, come on. Let's go somewhere and
you know what?
And let's try to get.
I totally agree with you, and those are personal issues, and I get that, but at the end of the day, he cannot disrespect my ancestors.
No,
I truly believe he takes accountability for what he did.
And this is the question that I want to ask. I truly believe he's so in his own mind, he doesn't understand the weight of his words and his platform in the right way.
Yes.
He understands his platform in other ways about getting attention.
Yes.
But I want him to literally ask himself, if he met his ancestors, would he have the guts to actually say that to them in their face?
Well, I mean, look at what he did with Van.
Do you know what I mean?
When Van approached him, he even had to think, because he had that look on his face like this.
Yeah.
And that's, you know,
He had the look of, what did I just say?
Right, and then that's when he went over to him and he was like, you know, I'm sorry if I hurt you. It's like you had to pull him in.
Yeah.
So you are correct. There are people around him that maybe, you know, you got a lot of yes people. You have a lot of people that really don't,
but that's
you know.
not love. Love says step in and like,
No, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. We're gonna keep checking Kanye because we're not gonna let him readdress our history and trivialize it. That's not gonna happen. Not as long as I'm on TV, not as long as Van is on TV. And go to Twitter because there's a lot of people that believe in that. And on that note, we have to take a break. There's more live girl chat. We're gonna be feisty this whole show. We'll be right back. You're watching The Real.
Welcome back to The Real. Let's get right back into some more live girl chat. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star Rasheeda Frost is trying hard to forgive her husband Kirk for cheating on her. And one of the ways she's trying to do that is by letting him move back into their house.
No. You, sister.
But it's not that simple. After the latest episode, many viewers called Rasheeda petty after she did a little redecorating before Kirk was allowed to move back in. Check it out.
Kirk's real problem is he doesn't understand nor respect boundaries. And now that he's back in the house, I don't want any confusion. So I'm spelling it all out for him.
This is how it works. You stay on that side, and this is my side. Stay on your side, just like that.
So, ladies, do you think Rasheeda's in the right here? I mean, would you be able to let a cheating man back into your home?
Why?
Yeah.
Why get a man that's gonna love you and respect you instead of putting tape down your house and messing up your furniture?
Your home is your place of peace.
Yes.
It should be your place of refueling. It should be a protecting shelter from the world. You don't want to also be all like, you know, on edge about who you are hating in that moment in your house. Like, I can't even deal with that. But I do get the petty Betty side of her and what she's doing, you know, because I remember, like, when you'd get in fights with somebody you don't like, you know, like, if they try to touch you, you're like, don't touch me. If your toes touch a bed, you're like, ugh. You know, so I get that. But I would be even pettier than that. I would, like, I would tape down, like, the sandwiches he's not allowed to eat, like, cut off the Q-tips. He would only get the nubs to try to use that to clean his ears. I'm so petty, I'm a mess, man.
How about put some tape on your heart and on your self-respect and say, this is my boundaries. You can't come into my heart, into my world. Not to go Kanye West, but my presence is a present. And I do agree that you should believe that it is a gift to be in my presence. It is, and you have disrespected me, therefore you can't be in my space.
You're not allowed.
You're not allowed in my heart, in my space, in my, you get what I, like?
Yeah, I got you.
I just wish as women we, because this is my thing. I don't believe a man would do that.
Well,
I don't believe that you could cheat on a man, have a baby with somebody else, and come back and he'll be like, I'm just gonna put some tape right here. You stay on that side. I said, men don't put up with that crap. Why do women put up with this crap? Why would you even want to be around somebody that's done something like that to you?
I wouldn't even let him in my house, period. I don't know. We've talked about this before. Like, I don't. Maybe women have this expectation that sometimes it is not okay, but you kind of like you think they're gonna cheat more than not cheat. Do you see what I'm saying?
If they're out the house?
No. I mean, in general, I think women make excuses sometimes for men who cheat.
Yes.
And I don't know why we do that. And that's exactly what you were saying.
Because women aren't working on valuing themselves and building their self-confidence to see how high and mighty and worthy they are. We are all queens, but we forget that crown that's up there, you know?
Sometimes, though, it's just good old-fashioned love.
What do you mean, Lonnie?
When you say love, love is a many strange things. Okay?
What do you mean? Where's the love is blind?
No, I mean, we can sit back and we can act like, well, you know, but when you fall in love with a person, you overlook a lot of things. A lot of things, and you put up with a lot of things, and women put up with a lot more than men because they fall in
he got a
love.
stripper pregnant.
But you gotta love yourself more than you love the man.
I know it's easy to say that. You guys say that, but then if that was the case,
she's just saying
Got it,
everybody in their life somewhere has dealt with something that is unfathomable in a relationship because your love was blind. You weren't seeing what you're worth. But that's where we got to draw the line. You got to make it real clear that you cheat, you lost this prize here. It is done. No more. Out. That's it.
Well, on that note, we have to take a break, but don't go anywhere. There's more live girl chat on the way right after this. You're watching The Real.
Welcome back. It's time to get in some more girl chat. Oh!
That ringing must mean it's time for The Real's Hotline Bling.
caller, what's your name and where you from?
My name is Patrick Harris. I'm originally from Detroit.
Yes!
But currently, I teach 5th and 6th grade here in Washington, D.C.
All right. Patrick, you're watching us on Fox 5. Now, do you watch us? Well, you're working during the day, right?
I am working, but I do have a DVR at home.
Catching us in the evenings.
Well, you know what? This week we are celebrating amazing educators all over the country, and you're in luck because this is The Real's Teachers Week. We love teachers. Now, what is your favorite part about teaching, Patrick?
Oh, my goodness. There's so many. I think first, just the love that I get from my students and I get to give to my students is amazing. Also, just being able to wake my students up. We're currently learning about the Flint water crisis. We're investigating the Black Panther Party. So there are just so many cool things that we're doing in this classroom to prepare them to be the change that they want to see in the world. So I'm excited.
Mr. Harris, you're so smashing in fashion, too. Can I see what you're wearing? Can I just see the whole thing?
I did this for you, Jeannie.
Guys, be still my heart. I would have a crush on you, Mr. Harris.
I love the pink tie. Okay, Mr. Harris, how do you feel about playing a quick round of Shoutrageous?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So we're going to read you a topic, and then you'll have 30 seconds to guess as many items in that topic as possible. If you can get at least 3 right, you'll win a little bit of cold, hard cash.
Ew.
I know you can do this.
Let's
I don't
go.
even have to ask you.
Okay, Mr. Harris, your topic is things students shouldn't be doing while in class. Go.
Sleeping, talking, on their cell phone.
Talking, texting.
Let's see, playing around, throwing things.
Keep going.
Jumping on their desk. Playing around, going crazy. Running around.
You got it.
Well, you've already got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. You guys good. You actually got 4 already.
Yes.
Now,
so you know what? That's it. We out of town. So So we're gonna give you the money. How much money are we giving him? $500. That's what you get.
Thank you so much, Mr. Harris. Now, if you want to get Shoutrageous at home, you can download the app right now for free in the Apple App Store.
We love you, Mr. Harris. Thank you so much. We got to go to a break, but we'll be right back with more of The Real after this.
Welcome back to The Real. It's time for more live girl chat. My girl, Ellen DeGeneres, had NSYNC on her show yesterday and decided to play a friendly game of Never Have I Ever. And when Ellen asked the boy band if any of them had ever slept with any of the Spice Girls, y'all, Justin Timberlake slowly flipped his paddle to the side that said, I have. Now everyone wants to know which Spice Girl it was. Ladies, who do you think he slept with?
I'm going with Ginger.
Ginger?
Because I feel like she had, she had extra, like she was just really spicy. She was like sexy.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
I feel like Ginger.
But
and he said he was oh, go ahead.
Okay, well, I think because it was old Justin, right? He liked blondes, and I think the closest one that looked like Britney was Baby Spice. You guys think Baby Spice could have been the one?
Yeah, but he also said that he was an ass man, which made me think maybe it was Mel B, because, ooh, she had a fatty.
Okay.
Well, I remember, because I was a huge Spice Girls fan, and I remember from an interview, Baby Spice, people think, because she looks like a baby, she's very innocent, but she said actually she was the most fast out of all of them.
Yeah.
So I think it might be Baby.
Promiscuity.
You know what? I think I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Okay.
What are you gonna do? Who are you calling?
I'm gonna text Mel B.
Yes, because Mel,
she would keep it real.
Yeah, you know.
Okay,
our Mel
I'm gonna text her and I'm gonna tweet at her. But I'm gonna tweet first. Okay, Mel B.
Okay.
Hey, girl.
Did you sleep with Justin Timberlake?
Did you sleep with Justin?
Oh my God!
Justin back in the day. Keep it real. Hit us back. Love, ladies of the real, and Lonnie.
We promise won't tell anybody.
Yeah, we won't tell. She don't even know.
Wink, wink.
So I sent that tweet off.
Okay.
We'll let you know if Mel B hits us back before the end of the show. Okay, I'm gonna text him too.
Ooh! Did you hear that? That sounds like it's time for Giveaway Mayhem! Yes! Every day in May, we're hooking up our fans with an awesome giveaway. Let's see what we've got today.
Yes.
Oh, la la.
I love it. Beautiful. This will help smooth out any hair-raising situation. Nature Lab Tokyo focuses on the health of the scalp using Japanese beauty principles, helping to combat damage to visibly improve the health of your hair. And we want all of you to have gorgeous, healthy hair. So guess what? Everyone in the studio audience is going home with a hair care gift set from Nature Lab Tokyo. Yeah.
I think that is great. Look at my hair. I think I use it.
Just laid for the God.
Yeah.
She looks amazing. Well, guess what? For all of you watching at home, we didn't forget about you.
Never.
Check out thereal.com to enter for your chance to win. We've got to take a quick break, you guys.
Don't forget.
Yes.
Retweet.
Retweet Mel so that she can answer.
Yeah, and retweet my tweet so that Mel B will see it, you guys.
Yes.
Okay, go right now to the reel, all right? Retweet.
Retweet it.
Come on, you guys.
We're going to take a quick break in case you just might answer when we get back. You're watching The Real.
Welcome back. Do you ladies feel like getting some things off your chests today?
Yes,
All
always.
right. Well, let's free ourselves from life stuff that makes us roll our eyes and say, really? Come on out and say it with us. This is Tap Out! Okay.
What is it, Tam?
The haze of Stagecoach and Coachella is finally clearing up and that desert dust has settled. But that won't stop many festival goers from wearing their flower crowns, fringe, macrame tops, bralettes, and barely their jean shorts from now until eternity. But ladies, year-round festival clothing has got to go. Please? It loses its effect if you're wearing it all the time. Now, I'm all about expressing yourself through fashion, but do you really need to go to the grocery store wearing 64 bangles and a shirt that looks like a bra? I mean, I get it, it's hot in the desert, but we can see your headlights when you're walking down the freezer aisle. I see it. Save it for the festivals. It's festive for a reason. It's time to, say it with me, tap out!
There you go.
That was a good one, Tam. I feel you on that. Dang,
Feel better,
girl.
feel better.
Now, you guys know from my Instagram that I've become a major gym rat in the recent months. I work out every single day. Thank you so much. Looking good. Goals over here. So it's become my routine, but nothing interrupts my routine more than the grunts of a grown man pumping iron and then slamming the barbell on the gym floor. It's so gross. Why is that necessary? I don't need to hear what you sound like in the bedroom. No. And then slamming the weights isn't getting you the attention that you think you're getting. Oh, and another thing, would it kill you to wipe your slimy, nasty sweat off the weights and machines when you finish using that?
Exactly.
There's a flu going around. Why do you think? Say it with me, everybody. Tap out!
So good. That was really good, Gigi.
Thank you, Fred. I know you feel it. It's so
Jay.
gross.
Okay, look, ladies and gentlemen, when you gotta go, you gotta go. But do we need to have a little chat about decency? You all need to be courteous and let the next one in line know what war zone they might be walking into in that bathroom stall.
True.
Okay? If you are not like Tamara, who carries her potty spray,
Yes, I do.
the least you could do is give a girl a heads up if you're going in after you. I mean, be it a nod or say, I'm sorry, don't go in there. You can take a hint from Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura, Pet Detective with a, do not go in there at all. If you are going to blow it up in a public restroom, then at least be able to publicly announce that the next poor soul may want to wait for another place to go.
Yeah. Yes.
Say it with me, y'all.
That's so true.
I feel you.
Oh my God.
True.
I know. People just let you go in there and your mouth be open and stuff.
Oh my gosh. Be like, girl.
Oh my God.
Use the one down there, please.
Don't go in there right now, girl.
Do not
Give it 5
go in
minutes.
there.
Or carry matches with you. Do something.
Oh, that's a really good one,
Wow.
too.
That just really
Let's be
works.
courteous.
Just blowing it up.
Well, I'll wrap this up right here by unwrapping my feelings on how hard it is to open packaging. You guys, is it just me or do you guys get super frustrated when you buy an item and then you go to open it and it's wrapped in that hard shell plastic? You need scissors, a knife. You need like a bulldozer to get that thing open.
Yeah.
And no matter what method you use to open it, you end up breaking a nail. You end up slicing your finger. You trying to use your tooth, you crack one, you know what I'm saying? Or you just end up with the Kim K crying face like, You're just trying to get what's inside, okay? Or how about a bag of chips that was supposed to pull apart easily but doesn't? By the time you use all your muscles to open them, half the chips are on the floor. I was already hangry, so you don't want to see me hangry with less chips than I had before.
Exactly.
So get out those hard to open packages and say it with me right now if you feel me. Tap out! I get it, they're trying to stop the thieves, but geez, I paid for it.
It's hard, especially them chips, but I picked them chips right up when that was...
5-second rule. 5-second rule.
Yep.
That's the spirit. Ladies, I feel better already.
Me too.
If you've got something that has been getting under your skin lately that you'd like to tap out, hit us up on social media at The Real Daytime right now, and we may just read one of your tap outs later in the show.
That's awesome. Well, we've got to take a quick break, but there's plenty more tea to spill. We'll be right back. You're watching The Real.
Welcome back. Our next guest has a gift that intrigues people all around the world, including everyone right here in Hollywood, connecting with those who have crossed over. Please welcome the Hollywood medium himself, Tyler Henry.
Thank you for having me.
You know, you have been blowing it up lately because you were recently in the news doing a reading with Khloe Kardashian. And you predicted that her love life was not at its peak.
That's right.
So, you know, you read the future, you know, as well as connecting to the deceased. So,
what did you know? What did you see? Did you
Ah.
see this happening, Tristan, cheating?
It was really interesting because when I was sitting with her, she asked about her love life. And as I was connecting, I was seeing references, but all of them were referencing to distance, and I was seeing a clock. And, you know, my job is just to deliver whatever message I get. So my goal was just to let her know what I was feeling, and it ended up making sense in a pretty big way. So.
Wow. That's scary.
Yes. Okay, so how does your connection to those who passed on actually work? I'm curious. I want to know.
Well, I'd say my sixth sense uses the other 5 senses to communicate. So in a reading, it's not like the sixth sense. I don't see dead people walking around.
Yeah.
It's actually very subtle. I pick up on just subtle impressions, any changes in my body. So I might get a smell, I might hear a noise, I might get a vision, I might get a physical sensation that corresponds with how someone passes away. I just have to take all that information and figure out what it means.
Wow, okay. Are you in the habit of telling strangers when you feel a connection?
I used to be when I was young, but funny enough, I actually had an instance when I was a teenager.
How old are you?
In a supermarket, 22 now, but...
22?
I know.
Baby.
And I started professionally when I was 16, and I was actually in a supermarket, and I saw a lady, and her father was coming through, and I stopped her and I told her that I could connect with people who passed. And so as I was sharing this, she broke down because her dad was trying to get his words out right before he passed. And he was trying to say, I love you. And I had this vision of this man gasping for air and trying to say, I love you. And this woman broke down in the aisle and she was crying and emotional. She finally knew what her dad was trying to tell her.
Wow.
But I realized that it is something that can have a big impact on people's lives, and there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How old were you when you knew that gift was there? How old?
Well, 10 years old, when I first started this whole thing, I actually had a premonition of my grandmother's death. And so at 10 years old, everything really changed.
Wow.
How did your parents react when they realized that you had this gift and that you were actually leaving college to become a professional, like pursue a career as a medium?
Right. Well, you know, my mom actually knew about the initial premonition I had when I was 10, but it took 6 years for me to tell my dad.
Uh-oh.
Why?
I had to come out of the psychic closet. You know?
Why was it harder to tell your dad?
You know, he was more religious, more conservative, and I really respected his beliefs and didn't want to step on his toes. So when it came time to share it with him, he really didn't even know what a medium was. And I had to actually get a yearbook down, and we sat together, and I read some pictures of some people he had gone to class with who passed away. And then he kind of understood what it was.
Oh, wow. Away.
It was pretty crazy. And, you know, now he's my #1 fan, now that he understands.
Right. That's helpful. So you've also worked on missing persons cases. So have you ever helped solve a crime?
Well, it's fascinating. I've actually had a lot of requests for missing people, for families and other people, and I've been lucky enough to interact with quite a few families who have actually lost family members. And in my case, thankfully, most of them have been found living, which is helpful. But there are times where people will ask. And in one case, I remember a woman came to me because her cousin had been missing. And I saw a parking structure in a parking garage, and I felt like she'd be found within 48 hours. And she was alive, and she'd ran off with her boyfriend, and they were found in a parking garage. So,
wow.
God, you connect families again. It's just amazing.
Now, you work with a lot of celebrity clients. Who's been the most open and who's been the most skeptical?
Oh, the most open, probably RuPaul is one of my favorites, just because he's
RuPaul.
amazing. Super spiritual, super down to earth. He's incredible. Most difficult, probably Dr. Drew. He's very.
Why? Really? Why?
Well, he was very scientifically skeptical, and he really needed to kind of see it to believe it, which all clients do. But he was really kind of came from more of that scientific background. But when he left, he felt like he had heard some things that he couldn't explain, and I feel like he really made a transformation in the episode.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, on this season of Hollywood Medium, you had the chance to do a reading with our very own Jeannie Mai.
Unforgettable.
And Mama Mai.
Yes.
What stood out to you with that experience with them?
Well, it was so fascinating for one to have mother and daughter. You know, having a reading adds a whole other dynamic because every family member that comes through has a different dynamic with the living people. And so that was interesting. And also the language aspect. You know, people ask me, can I connect to people who spoke a different language in life?
Yes.
And because really most of my messages come through visually, there is no language barrier. So it was really interesting to kind of navigate that aspect.
Yeah, Mama Mai, her first language is Vietnamese, and we sat there for the first 45 minutes as I was convincing her in Vietnamese that this is not Macaulay Culkin. Stop asking him about, oh my God. I'm just keeping it real. He does, but I'm like,
That's
dude.
so Mama Mai.
That is Mama Mai.
So, Jeannie, who did you connect with?
So I wasn't sure who, because when you deal with Tyler, you don't know who's going to come.
Right.
Never know.
But what I didn't prepare her for, which I should have, was my mom's brother, youngest brother, passed away unexpectedly, and he was found in bed dead. We've never had an answer as to why. She has been left broken about it. It took her through difficulties with her pregnancy with my younger brother. It was bad. So when you channeled that, that was a little too real for us. But it did end up giving us closure, and it ended up giving my mom peace of mind that my brother is okay.
Well, we actually have the clip. Let's take a look at Jeannie and Mama Mai in tonight's season finale of the Hollywood Medium. Check it out.
So for some reason, he's having me talk about his passing, and then he's having me talk about like school, education, academics. He's showing me like a college, like, does that make any sense?
Yes, he died when he was attending college. Có gì mày biết mày phải nói ra mà đừng có ngồi yên vậy, mày đang nghĩ gì vậy?
Tự nhiên mày nhìn tới mình buồn hả?
But mình phải nói ra cho người ta hiểu, otherwise mình ngồi đây mình ngâm nó kỳ lắm. Anh không biết, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She just expressed that as she's looking at this, it's very hard for her to revisit this. I have to tell you, you know, I'm Christian and I love God and I always want to just believe like everything happens for a reason. But you do have a gift, and what you did was able to patch up something that my mom had closed off, and it brought us closer together. It brought our whole family together, and for that I thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you, Tyler, for stopping by. Now, you can catch the season finale of Hollywood Medium featuring Jeannie Mai, what you just saw tonight, and also Mama Mai, tonight, 9 p.m. on E! We have to take a quick break, but I'm getting a vision.
What is it?
We'll be right back.
That's a good one.
Welcome back. Earlier in the show, we asked you to send us your tap outs and the things that are bugging you lately.
Oh.
And we want to shout out a couple of people that caught our attention. These are so good.
Yes.
Okay.
Mrs. Tardy 33 wrote, tap out skinny jeans on men.
Yeah.
I am getting tired of seeing men in tighter clothes than women.
Okay.
I like a skinny jean, but not that skinny.
Not like you don't want.
Right.
Not spandex.
I'm not gonna say it.
And Pretty Girl 90 says, tap out people who think it's okay to still, to wear Uggs in the summer.
Yes.
All right. Be sure to head to our Facebook page, like the page, answer the trivia question about today's show for a chance to win the giveaway of the day. I'll be in Bentonville for the Gina Davis Film Festival. Thank you to Tyler Henry. We'll see y'all tomorrow on The Real.